before we actually started recording, you brought up a interesting thing. Is a lot of people, what they'll do is they'll lay a tarp out and they'll put their mixture in together, right? And then they'll physically use their hands to mix in things.
Yeah.
You had mentioned some downsides to that, and then you had mentioned something that you do instead, which is use a mixer. Can you talk to us about that?
Yeah, most certainly. Like you were saying, I was doing the tarp method for years, and I would get a whole bunch of expended pots onto the tarp, and I'd break them all up, and I'd put all the amendments on there, and I'd put more compost on there, and I'd just start folding this tarp. And it's hundreds of pounds at that point. You got to add water, and then it's getting heavier. Eventually, it was just too backbreaking. We started looking into like alternatives, and we found cement mixers were amazing at mixing soil because they can handle super heavy loads. They can handle wet, high temperature, low temperature, everything. We're like, shoot, we're going to give that a try. We grabbed one that's not very big. I would maybe recommend getting one just a little bit bigger than I have. It fits about 7 gallons, but all the work is taken out of my hands, and I'm getting a way more thorough mix because there's just no possible way that you're going to have enough energy and strength to mix that much as a concrete mixer can in that amount of time. So I get to save a whole bunch of time and a whole bunch of labor, which is a big reason why I got into organic growing. I'm a little lazy, and I like to take long periods where I don't have to do a whole bunch of physical labor. And to take one more thing out of the line of things, especially moving and mixing soil, shoot, it's worth every dollar. I highly suggest if you guys are into organic growing in any capacity, indoor, outdoor, you just want to make your own mix for anything, grab one of those. It'll save your back, I'm telling you.
How much do they cost?
Ours, I believe, was like $300. It wasn't super outrageous, and I think that's what also turned us onto it was, $300 can be a lot at one point in time, but it's going to save me countless hours of work and maybe even a few chiropractor visits.
And then what are the dimensions on it? I don't know if you mentioned the actual dimensions, just so people at home, if they're wondering, is it something you can keep in your grow room, or, is it more garage or backyard type size?
It's like a 2-point. You can keep it in your garage or in a basement very easily. The drum fits about 7 gallons. I want to say they called it like a 3.7 liter because they're talking about cement terms here. And it's super easy to use. It's got all it has is an on and off button, one plug. The handle is retracting, so you just retract the handle out and you dump it with it on, and it pushes all the dirt into your container, and you're done. And that's it. It's super duper simple. Anybody could run one, and it just saves so much work. It's been a godsend.
Yeah, I'll definitely have to check that out. Maybe I'll buy one for the future.
Yeah, they're super portable. They come on 2 wheels. You can roll them around, put them in the corner, take it out only when you need to get your job done. It's become a must-have in the grow room for me.
This clip is brought to you by AC Infinity. Use discount code MrGrow at 15 to save on any of their products.